Hey YouTube, this is New York Half-Ass Prepper. Just a little video. This is a rifle that I picked up at an auction. A friend of mine turned me on to this George Cole auction. They were selling a few guns. So I picked this up. They had it listed in the little directory, little catalog they give you, as a Mauser. Sporterized Mauser GEW 98. So I didn't get there early enough to go look at everything. So I kind of bid on it sight unseen. I just got to look at it from about 20 feet away, and all the rifles looked in pretty decent condition. So I took a chance and I bid on it, and I picked this guy up for a song. It went cheap, nobody wanted it. So I got it home and I was looking at it, and I took a look at it, and right here on the top of the barrel it says caliber 7.35 and some other markings on there. So I looked it up, I googled it online. It turns out that this is not a Mauser. This is actually a Carcano, or Carcano, I've heard guys pronounce it on YouTube, rifle. And this is a sporterized version. It came out of Italy. It's World War II vintage. And there's a whole bunch of pages devoted to it. And this rifle has the distinction of being the rifle that Lee Harvey Oswald allegedly used to kill John F. Kennedy. He used actually the 6.5 millimeter version. This is the 7.35 millimeter version. It takes these clips, and I'm using that word correctly, 6-round clips that hold the rounds. They go in here, and actually there's a hole on the bottom. When you shoot 5 rounds, the clip pops out of the bottom of the magazine of the rifle. So when you hear that pop out, you have one more round left. And I looked it up. Ammunition's still available. Grafs and Natchez sell the ammo, so I picked up a few boxes. So I'm going to shoot this thing. But this is the cartridge here. This is the 7.35 Carcano, or 7.35 by 51. This is a 308, 30-06. This is a 30-30, 7.62 by 3.9, and a 2.23, just for scale, so you can see where it falls in the mix of the cartridges. It's about the same size as the 308 or the 7.62 NATO. So I looked it up. It's an interesting rifle. I'm going to, in fact, I found it on eBay already. I found the original military stock for this, so I'm going to restore this to military condition. But this rifle, it came just like this with the shoelace for a sling. It's kind of neat. And I tested it out. It works fine. I mean, these things, military rifles, were built pretty solid, regardless of what country built them. But there's an actually interesting story. Finland correctly identified the Soviet Union, Russia, as a greater threat than Germany around the time of World War II. So they aligned with Germany, and they fought on the German side, believe it or not. And Germany was part of the deal, was they were supposed to supply them with rifles. Since Germany needed all of their rifles for their war, they gave them Italian rifles. And this was one of the rifles that they gave them. They didn't like them. The Finns didn't like them, according to everything I've read. And that's because of this fixed sight. And the action is a little hard to work. It's not as smooth as some of the Swiss rifles and stuff. So they kind of had a bad reputation, and one of the things about these rifles, even to this day, the reputation is that they don't like the old original surplus ammo was garbage. It took this weird propellant called Solotite or something, and that stuff didn't last well over the years, so it caused a few accidents, and it got a bad reputation. But commercial ammo is readily available. Reloading dies are readily available for the rifle, so I'm going to explore all of that. So this is part 1 of the video. Part 2, this rifle will be all dressed out in the military clothing or furniture. So, all right, that's it. Just a quick look. If anybody knows anything more about these in greater detail, speak up. Post it below. I mean, I did some research, but I just kind of glossed over the surface. I watched a couple of videos. Specifically, there's a guy, Gun Geek, up in Canada. He's got some good videos on these. But his rifles are all the 6.5. This is actually the 7.35, which is a little more rarer than the 6.5. I believe that was because they had trouble stopping the Ethiopians down in Africa. But I know somebody's going to correct me on that. All right, that's it. I'm out.